Nothing heard. So we'll start out with short time stations, short time, or any mobile stations that may not be able to get in later on. So short time or mobile stations for the net. Go ahead.
Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie, portable, VE1, short time.
Victor Echo 1, Sirius, Sierra, VE1, Sirius.
Okay, get two stations at a time. The VE9 GC, portable. The VE1, I assume in Halifax. VE1 G. Good evening, Gordon. And nice to see you at the flea market on Saturday there. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. VE1 JBL with the Wednesday night Maritime Fusion Net. Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie. Yep, coming to you this evening from, well, technically, I guess, Enfield, across from the airport. I'll be heading back to the home QTH there on Friday and finishing up my work week. Yeah, thanks for doing that. Thanks for calling in. Yeah, it was great to see you and so many others at the flea market last Saturday. Thanks for doing that. Thanks for calling me in, Jim. And hopefully next Wednesday night I'll be checking in from the home QTH. VE1 JBL, VE9 GC portable, VE1.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gordon. Good to have you on board there tonight, and good to see you there for sure. So have yourself a great evening, 7-3 for now. Let's go down to Sandy Cove and see John, VE1 JS, VE1 JBL.
Hey everyone, JBL on the net, VE1 JS. Good evening, Jim. Good evening, all. Not too bad a day down here in Sandy Cove. Looked like it was cloudy, but I'm told it was not. It was smoke from the Northwest Territories. I'm glad when that's over. I'm sure they will in the Northwest Territories too, anyway. Anyway, just a quick note. Last Saturday of the month is coming up, and Sunday Club will be meeting at the Digby Irving again on Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning for breakfast. And anybody who's in the area is interested would be most welcome. 7-3 for now. V1 JBL, V1 JS. 7-3.
Yeah, okay, very good, John. Good on everything there, and good on the announcements there. Hopefully you have a good time there, so very good. And yes, we had that all here. I got up first thing this morning here, and the sun was just rising, and you could see the smoke, and it's been like that all day. I was waiting for the sun to come out, but it never. Well, I mean, it was out, but it was just like almost like a purple haze there all day long there. And according to Kalen on the weather, we may get it for the next 2 days also. So we may not see the end of this until Saturday. So we'll just cross our fingers here and hope for the best there. Anyways, thanks, John, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, one more round. Anytime on short time or mobile stations. Mobile stations or anybody on short time. We'd like to check in on that before we get started. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 9, Lima Echo November, VE9LEN.
Victor Echo 9, Whiskey Oscar, VE9WO portable.
Okay, two more stations here, VE9LEN and VE9 Whiskey Oscar. Top of the list, Lynn, VE9LEN. Come on in.
Good evening to you there, Jim, and to everybody else on frequency tonight. Yeah, I just got out of the bathroom, got all washed down and all dressed up again, so getting ready to relax a bit. So we're going to watch the hockey game there tonight, so just want to check in and say hi to everybody that's on the frequency here. So enjoy the rest of the day and what's coming up the next few days. So Anyway, 7-3. Back to you, Jim. Thanks for doing the net. Victor Echo 9, Lima, Echo November. We're clear.
Yeah, okay, very good. Yeah, very good, Lynn. Thanks very much for coming in there tonight, and good on the hockey game later on there. So good stuff. 7-3. Have yourself a great evening. And let's go see Mark. VE9 Whiskey Oscar, VE1 JBL.
VE1 JBL, VE9 Whiskey Oscar. Good evening, Jim, and all those on frequency there tonight. Not a whole lot going on out in the Gornish here. We got landscaping is underway, and it's a mess. Whole yard's chewed up here, and so far we got about 6 or 7 trailer loads of fill, full dump trailers, and we're not done. So it's a big project. So anyway, that's what's going on here, and just came back, and the dog and I went for a little drive in the 65 Beetle. Just a nice evening for it, and yes, I noticed the sun was quite masked. At first I thought it was the moon coming up, and no, that was the sun. And very, very hazy here as well. So good to know it might be a couple more days of this, Jim. So thanks for the weather update on air quality report, I should say. Anyway, I will not hold it up. Thanks for doing the net, and thanks for calling me in. Good evening, everyone, and hopefully we'll hear you on Friday night for the Triple F net. 7-3 for now, Jim. VE1 JBL, VE9 EV back net control. Or VE9WO, back net control.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mark. Good on everything there. Thanks very much for taking part there tonight, and we'll chat with you again there for sure. 7-3 for now. Okay, so we've done 2 rounds of short-time mobile stations, so let's open it up now we'll start with, as always, with PEI. Any stations from Prince Edward Island? I'd like to check into the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead, please.
Victor Yankee 2, Golf Foxtrot.
Okay, we got George in there, VY2GF. Any other stations from Prince Edward Island? Any other stations from PEI? Like check in with Net. Go ahead, please. Okay, George, I guess you're all by yourself there. VY2GF, VE1JBL. Good evening.
Well, good evening, Jim and everybody in the net, and thank you for doing the net. Well, the big news here today is we've got a new dishwasher. The old dishwasher was 9 years old. It required a little part which wasn't available. I guess they don't make them anymore. Anyway, I hope everybody has a good week, and we'll look forward to the net next Wednesday. Victor Yankee 2 Golf Foxtrot. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to be activating a lighthouse, Pamure Island, on Sunday. Victor Yankee 2 Golf Foxtrot.
VY2GF, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, George. Good and everything, and the new dishwasher and the lighthouse on Sunday there. Okay, I'll keep that. I've got that written down here, so I'll keep an eye out for that there for sure. Thanks, George, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, so that first round in PEI out of the way. Let's go into Nova Scotia. Stations from Nova Scotia. That will then check in the Maritime Fusion Net. Nova Scotia stations. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1 Golf.
Victor Echo 1, Charlie Bravo.
Echo 1 Golf Uniform Yankee.
U1 AVX.
Okay, I got 5 stations so far. Seems to be a delay in the system here tonight. I'm not sure what's going on here, but I think we got everybody. I got VE1GP, VE1CB, VE1GUI, VE1CT, and VE1ABX. Who did I miss, or any other stations from Nova Scotia? I'd like to check in. Go ahead, please. Now, they heard top of the list, VE1GP, VE1JBL. Gordon, come on in.
VE1JBL, VE1GP. Good evening to you, Jim, and nice to be part of your net there. Kind of a dull day down here in Smith's Cove, but I made it out to the range today to make sure my old muzzle loader was sighted in and that I could remember how to load it up. Anyway, that was pretty well my day. Nice afternoon with some friends. I hope you have a good net. Nice to hear everyone there, Jim. VE1JBL, VE1GP, 73.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gordon. Good and everything, and the sighting today. Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Get her ready there for the season there. So very good. Okay, thanks, Gordon, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go see Claude. VE1CB, VE1JBL. Come on in.
Hi, good evening, Jim, and thank you for the net control for the net. Today I had to go to town, I had an errand, and on the way to town, rather, you could see the sun, but as the weatherman had said last night, it appeared cloudy, but I think it was a lot of that smoke coming from those wires. Anyway, other than that, a good trip in town, came back home, was in time to watch a little TV and have supper, and so there you go. VE1JBL, VE1CB.
Yeah, okay, very good, Claude. Good to have you on board there tonight there. And yes, that smoke was all over the Maritimes. I probably even in the Newfoundland. I think even Newfoundland was getting some of that today there. And according to Kalen, that the weather there tonight on the news there, it may stick around for the next couple of days. So we may get this same type of weather here until Saturday. It's clear skies. There's a high pressure system in here, and it is clear skies for these days. So there's no clouds around, but this haze has really been taking over the sun there for sure. So it's quite a difference than usual. That's for sure. Anyways, thanks a lot for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. And let's get down a little further and see Joe. VE1GUI, VE1JBL.
VE1JBL, VE1GUI. Good evening there, Jim. Good evening to everyone on frequencies here on Maritime Fusion Net here tonight. Yeah, it's been a pretty good day. Other than that old hazy look. Yeah, the news said it coming down from quite a long way, that smoke shows, but I couldn't smell anything. I guess it must be quite well up. But anyway, it was hazy all day long, and yeah, it was pretty good, it was kind of clear and everything, but yet the haze was there. So anyway, it was kind of shutting the sun off and coming down bright sun, but we was getting the sun, but not like it should be. So anyway, that's about it, I guess. So everything else pretty good. We got 11 degrees here now, 11.8 actually, and 0 wind. We did have a gust of 5. That's out to the southwest here now. So anyway, that's it from here, Jim. Thanks for calling me in. VE1GUI.
VE1GUI, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Joe. Good and everything there. And yeah, actually, the haze has actually come to my advantage here. I'm out staining the backside of our cabin here right now, and of course, I can't stain when the sun's right on the logs. I have to wait till the sun moves around the cabin. in the afternoon before I can actually steam. But today I got up there and I was good to go there. I was out around 10 o'clock there and started, so I got quite a bit done today, and that's just fine for me for the next couple of days, and then I'll have the cabin done here. Anyways, it has worked in my advantage. Instead of having to wait till afternoon before I can stain, I've been staining in the morning here, so it's worked out fine there for me. But anyways, very good, Joe. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. And Robert, VE1CT, I seen you come up on the screen, Robert, but I didn't hear any audio. So let's see if we can hear you there. VE1CT, VE1JBL, come on in.
V1JBL, V1CT. Geez, here I was trying to push the talk, and the darn thing said I was locked. Anyway, there, I'm transmitting properly. How read signal, over.
VE1CT, VE1JBL. I'm not sure if you're still transmitting or not, Robert, but we lost you there after a little bit there, and you are coming through the AEH repeater. So you're usually coming through your node, which makes it perfect there. But I think you're working portable, trying to go through the repeater there. If you're still there, go ahead.
VE1JBL, VE1CT portable. How read signal at the moment, over.
Yeah, I got you right now there, Robert. No problem at all there. You're in there clear, and then you dropped out there the first time around there. Go ahead.
VE1JBL, VE1CT returning. Good evening to you, Jim. Null on frequency. Yeah, transmitting via portable through the repeater this time. Just kind of out for a little bit of a walk here, just to see if I can do it or not. But yeah, good that you're able to hear me. And hey, everyone, have yourselves a great and safe Wednesday evening there, and look forward to all your check-ins tomorrow morning there with the Maritime 2-meter wake-up net. Right back to you there, Jim, and you have yourself a great one as well there, sir. VE1JBL, VE1CT, 7-3.
Yeah, okay, very good, Robert. No, you came in clear that time, no problem at all there. So it might have been just where you were there. So very good, all is good. Have yourself a great evening and safe walking there for sure. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go see Guy, VE1ABX, VE1JBL.
Yeah, thank you, Jim. VE1JBL, VE1ABX. Yeah, no, just playing around, getting a little bit deeper into the fusion stuff and whatnot. So we're going through Yarmouth, I guess, still, but at least I think I am. But oh no, I'm not sure. Anyway, we're playing around. We'll figure it out. Back to you there, Jim. Have a great night. 730 VE1ABX.
Yeah, okay, very good, Guy. Good to hear you on there. We don't hear you too often there from Lower Woods Harbor there, so good to have you on board there tonight, so good and everything there. Thanks very much for coming in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, we're at the bottom of the list here, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into New Brunswick. First round for the province of New Brunswick. Anybody from New Brunswick wants to check in the Maritime Fusion Net, this is your time. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 9, Alpha India, VE9AI. Victor Echo 9, Mike Papa.
VE1 Tango United.
9 PAL.
V1 Bravo Charlie Lima.
Victor Echo 9, Echo Lima Alpha handheld, VE9 ELA. Victor Echo 9, Charlie Uniform Bravo. Victor Echo 9, Charlie Uniform Bravo.
Okay, that's a good start from New Brunswick there. I'll tell you who I have and who did I miss. I have VE9AI, VE9MP, VE1TU, VE9PAL, VE1BCL, VE9ELA, and VE9CUB. Who did I miss from New Brunswick there? Go ahead, please.
VE9 Victor Echo.
VE9 MCA.
Kilo V9 OSK. Victor Echo 9, Romeo Juliet Bravo, mobile.
Okay, got 4 more stations there. I got VE9 VEA, VE9 MCA, VE9 OSK, and I got a mobile station, VE9 RJB, so we're going to open that up to him first. Mobile, VE9 RJB, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
Yeah, VE1 JBL, VE9 RJB, even Jim and everybody listening. And, yeah, met with a contractor there looking at possibly building a house, so trying to get some stuff together there. So, yeah, I just met him on site a little while ago and see if I can find my house there through the get back home here through the haze and the smoke. It's quite hazy up here in Moncton. Sun was a pretty wild color today there too, so kind of neat to see that. So anyways, I know you got a long line there, Jim, so I'll let you get back to it, but thanks for checking me in. And I'll say 7-3, VE1 GBL, JBL, VE9 RJB mobile.
Yeah, okay, very good, Jeremy. Good and everything there, and yeah, that's like I say, that's the haze has been all day here, and the sun looks purple when I look at it. There, you can actually see purple in it, so that's weird. But good and everything there. So talk to you later. Thanks very much for taking part. 7-3 for now. Let's go up to Prairie Region and see Gary, VE9AI, VE1 JBL.
VE1 JBL, net control, VE9AI. Good evening, Jim. Everybody on frequency. Not too much new here. Just doing some stuff outside, getting ready for winter. And whatnot. Doing a little work yesterday down at the club station. And so, not much else, I guess. And car show this Sunday, I guess. Final one. I thought the final one was last week, but one more, I guess. Anyway, with that, we'll say good evening to one and all. Everybody have a great week. Hope to see everybody on here next week. And thanks for doing the net, Jim. Back to net control, VE9AI.
VE9AI, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Gary. Good and everything in the car show there. And we'll chat again for sure there. Thanks very much for taking part as always. 7-3 for now. Let's go see Nick, VE9MP, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
VE1 JBL, VE9MP. Very good evening, Jim. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Just trying out this radio I bought from Gord at the flea market. So far, so good. Working great. I'm glad to be on here. And good evening, Gary. Not much else going on. Just wanted to drop in and say hello to everyone.
was nice to see all the faces at the flea market, and I thought I saw you there, Jim, but didn't get a chance to talk to you, but maybe next time.
Yeah, okay, very good, Nick, and good on the radio. I was going to ask Gordon when he was on if he got rid of 2 of the radios, because he did have 2 portables he was selling there, so at least he got rid of one of them there for sure. So good stuff. Yes, it has been quite a while since we've chatted there. And yes, I thought it was a great turnout. That's actually the first flea market I've been to since before COVID. And I thought there was quite a few people there. And I probably knew a lot of the people. I never got a chance to talk with anybody. I chatted with people that I knew for sure there, but I know there's a lot more that were probably there that I've talked to on the radio that I never got to see in person. But anyway, I thought it was a great time for sure there. So, well, I'm glad you picked up a radio, one of Gordon's radios there, and it's sounding great. Absolutely no problem at all. Thanks, Nick, for coming in. Sure do appreciate it there, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Back to Fredericton, see Dennis, VE1TU. VE1JBL, come on in.
VE1 Juliet Bravo Lima. This is VE1 Tango United. Good evening, Jim. Good evening all to all on the net. A special good evening to my junior op, VE1 Bravo Charlie Lima. Probably kind of cool overnight. This morning, took a look out and it was foggy, but that burned off. And then I thought we had a heavy overcast. I didn't see the sun, but what I'm hearing is probably the smoke. Anyway, maybe tomorrow will be a little better. Did a little reading today, a little bit of computer work, and quite a lot of resting. So we got the day in. I guess that's it, Jim. So back to you. This is the VE1 Tango United.
VE1TU, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Dennis. Good and everything. Thanks very much for coming in there tonight there, and glad you got the work you need to be done there. And I've heard John there lately talking to Aubrey. So good to have you guys chit back and forth there. And the airwaves are getting used, that's for sure. So good and everything there. Yeah, I see Steve in there. I've got him down the list there, so we'll call him in there after. So very good. Have yourself a great evening. Thanks very much. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go into Irishtown and see Paul. VE9PAL, VE1JBL. Go ahead.
Yeah, VE1JBL, this is VE9PAL. How you doing there, Tim? And Mike, my neighbor, coming up there. Yeah, I got one of the radio off Gordon there, the ST2TR there. Got a good price for it, $250, can't complain. Real good price, really. I'm happy with it. Works great. But other than that, no traffic here. You guys all have a great day, and hopefully you have a great tomorrow. Take care, guys. VE9PAL.
Yeah, okay, very good, Paul. Well, that means he got rid of both of his radios, so good stuff there. And sorry I missed you in the mix there, but yeah, there's a lot of people up there. But anyways, good to I'm glad you picked up a radio there. So good there. Thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. Now let's go back to Fredericton and see Steve. VE1BCL, VE1JBL.
Okay, very good evening, Jim, and to everybody on the Fusion Net this evening. Just got the Maritime Nets on there, and the signals are pretty good tonight, actually. I think last night I didn't hear a thing. Anyway, I just got done winding a 49-to-1 transformer for my end-fed half-wave. I had the wire, I had the insulators, I had the mast, and time I've done it's going to cost $3,000 after. The only thing I didn't have was the toroid and so on. But then I had to have a step bit. And then I made 4 trips for hardware, and I've got a couple $100 in the hardware. It's scandalous, the price of stuff now. But anyway, hopefully I'll get back with HF one of these days. Back to you, V1BCL.
Yeah, okay, very good. Well, you've had quite a time getting this HF antenna up here. I hope when it's all said and done that you can go completely around the world because you deserve it after all this time and money and effort putting into it here. So hopefully it'll all work out, Steve, there for sure. Yeah, the bands were they were iffy there last night. There, I actually got two stations last night on 20 meters. I got actually South America was coming in. I got Chile and I got Uruguay. Both last night there on 20 meters there early in the evening there. So, but I have noticed the bands here kind of up and down here quite a bit lately. I've been doing a lot of this POTA on the air here, a lot of hunting for POTA stations and that. So every night I'm on there listening. But I pick up the odd DX station on while I'm scanning there too. So, but anyways. Good on everything, Gary or Steve, and hopefully, like I say, once it's all up and running there, maybe we'll catch you on HF there for sure. So 7-3 for now. VE1 BCL, VE1 JBL, be clear. Now let's go to Keith Portable, VE9 ELA, VE1 JBL in Riverview. Come on in.
VE1 JBL, VE9 ELA. Hi, Jim, and hi to all the gang on the net tonight. Well, it's been a while since I've been on Fusion. I was on the initial stages when we started it, and then I didn't have a radio after that. But I hear tonight everybody's got all purchased radios at the flea market, so I picked up a new FT5 there. So back on the Fusion. Anyhow, I love the radio. Really happy with it. By the way, that's good information. I didn't realize that the haze today was actually smoke. I thought it was just a foggy day, but I guess it wasn't smoke. Anyhow, great to be back on the Fusion again, and I'm sure we'll be checking in on Wednesday nights. Anyhow, thanks, Jim, for calling me in, and 7-3 to all. We'll talk to you later. V9 ELA.
VE9 ELA, VE1 JBL, very good, Keith, good and everything there, good on the brand new radio. So, my goodness, the flea market worked out well here. We've got all kinds of radios sold and people on the air here. So, good stuff. And yeah, good on the haze there. Yeah, and apparently, according to Kalen, when he was on the weather, they were saying that smoke is coming from British Columbia and from the Northwest Territories. So that's where it's all coming from there, and it may stick around for another couple of days here. So it may be the same. So we'll see how it works out tomorrow there. Anyways, have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. And Don, VE9 CUB, VE1 JBL, and I got your email today, Don, and hopefully you'll be able to get your dues in there, no problem there. And yes, there is a new address for the club website, as the other one was shut down by the provider, and I had to make up a new one through Google there. So that's why the old website address wasn't working there, Don. VE9 CUB, VE1 JBL, come on in.
Victor Echo 1 JBL, this is Victor Echo 9 Charlie Uniform Bravo. Good evening, Jim. Good evening, everybody on the Fusion net there. Keith going out the door ahead of me, and Paul, and I think Mike's coming up here behind me. And good on the emails, Jim. Thanks very much. I wasn't sure about the website. I didn't realize it had shut down. I thought there was some issues or something else. So, anyways, appreciate the follow-up and the email there from you. I appreciate that. So really, Jim, that's about it. Nothing new here. Other than that, I'll give it back to you. Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima. This is Victor Echo 9, Charlie United Bravo. Thanks, Jim, for doing the net and calling me in.
Yeah, okay, very good, Don. Good at everything there. And yeah, well, it was the providers that shut down the website. They told me either get a new one or pay more money and all that stuff. So they shut down the club website. They shut down the Maritime Amateur website. So I just went to Google and brought up and made three new websites I made through Google Sites. I made a new one for the club. I made a new one for the Maritime Amateur, and I actually made a new one for Smart. I figured that Smart deserves its own website now, so I actually made a Smart website from Google. So I have three new websites that I have up and running there. So and the best part about it all, Don, they're all free. So there you go. Anyways, thanks, Don, for coming in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go all the way up to Trackety and Severn, VE9, VEA, VE1, JBL. Come on in.
VE1JBL. Wednesday night Fusion Net Control. Good evening, Jim. Good evening to all fine, outstanding hams on frequency there for sure. Well, Jim, I didn't know if you picked me up or not, and I said I'll wait to write down and see what happens there, but I guess you got me that time. And I had to crank up the mic gain on this thing. They told me last night on the IRG Tuesday night net that my audio was a bit loud, so I put the mic gain up a little bit last night, so I hope it's working okay and I'm not overdriving this thing. It hasn't got as good a way to set some stuff up in that menu. I'm not crazy about the menu, but what the heck. We got the radio set up pretty well the way we want it now, and we got DTM, PL tones, everything is all on a micro SD card as a backup. So we pretty well mastered everything. Anyhow, Jim, you're doing a fine job as usual, that's for sure. And Jim, you better send me an email explaining what I got to do and how much that I got to send in for the dues there. So send me an email with all that information, and we'll try to get something off to you there when we get things straightened out. Okay, Jim, thanks for, like I say, thanks for doing that. Thanks for calling me in one more time, putting up with the foolishness one more time. Well, hopefully we'll be around again next week to aggravate the airways again next week. 7 days, everybody. 7 days, Jim. Bye-bye.
VE9, VE8, VE1, JBL. Okay, very good, Vern. Good on everything there. And yes, I'll send you an email here later on here. I've got it down, written down here, so I'll let you know later on what the dues are for the club there for the year. So very good. Thanks, Vern, for coming in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go back in the mountain and see Mike. VE9 MC8 Portable, VE1 JBL, and there was a lot of hams there Saturday, Mike. There was only a few that I knew, but I knew there was a lot of other ones there. I should have known, but didn't. There over.
Yeah, VE1 JBL with the Maritime Fusion Net VE9 MCA Portable, actually, with my FT5 here. Yeah, good evening, Jim. Good evening to everybody else on the net there. I heard Paul and Don and Gordon and Keith. Yep, and the regular guys. And also, at the flea market, I met you and I met Denny, DN, I met DVE, and I think it's Daryl, his name. And I met also B9 Papa Alpha X-Ray, Patrick, which lives out near Michile there. So those are all new faces there to my library here, Jim. Yeah, it was a good turnout and everything. And would you believe, Jim, I won the raffle prize there, the 30 power supply. But we had a problem with that. The power supply was made for 220. So anyway, I got it back to the club, and they're going to either get their money back or give me the money and I'll buy something else, whatever. I'm glad it ended up with some local guys that wasn't somebody far away that took it away and found out it was not compatible to our power here. Anyway, yeah, coming through the Mountain Fusion repeater tonight, so I thought I'd say hi and wish you a good net there, Jim, and I'll be doing the net next week there. So 7-3 to all. Have a good week, beautiful week, and yes, the sun was purplish this morning and this tonight also, and it sort of disappeared fast tonight. Was low on the horizon there, and too much smoke there. Couldn't see it at all after 5 minutes. So back to you. Have a good net. 7-3, VG1 JBL, VG9 MCA Portable.
Yeah, very good, Mike. Good and everything, and good on the prize. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, I don't know. Mike, you're going to have to. I hope you get a ticket tonight for that Powerball, that 649 Powerball, because it's guaranteed to go tonight. It's got to go tonight apparently. So everybody was supposed to be getting tickets today for this draw tonight here, and it's a guaranteed winner tonight here. So I hope you get tickets because Man, that's three different, two spurts, and now this one. You won the one the raffle prizes. So there you go. I hope you don't get yourself I hope you don't get yourself one of those Powerball tickets. And remember your friends when you do win that tonight there, for sure there. So, very good. Thanks, Mike, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening, 7-3 for now. And let's go see Oscar, VE9OSK, VE1JBL.
VE1 JBL, VE9 Oscar Sierra Kilo. Good evening, Jim, and everybody on the Fusion Net tonight. Geez, I don't know if I did see you or not. I was there at the flea market, but I don't believe I met you there. That was kind of weird. But like you said, there were so many people. We should have a signer on our head there, probably, to find out who the call sign was. Got to get something I had or something with the name on it there. Nothing besides that. We had the same clear sky like everybody else there today. A bit cooler because probably the sun couldn't heat up the temperature there. But it's the time of year, I guess. That's about it there. Just 7-3 to all from Victor Echo 9 Oscar Sierra Kilo, India. I'm on the repeater tonight. I'm not on my node there. 7-3.
Yeah, okay, very good, Oscar. Good at everything there. Yeah, maybe they need to put name tags on everybody, like we do with Smart there. Put name tags on everybody as they're coming through the door there. I did have. It's funny. It's funny, Oscar. I had my club shirt on, which actually has my call sign and my name. And I thought that would suffice for everybody. And it wasn't until after I left, I said to Steve, I said, I left my jacket on. So with my jacket on, it didn't matter if I had my shirt on or not. Nobody could see who I was. But anyways, I got to see quite a few there that I haven't seen in quite a while there. And like you say, a couple of new ones. And Denny, I hadn't seen Denny since Quispam Sis. They used to have, St. John used to have flea markets up in Quispam Sis. And that was the last time I saw Denny, and he actually won a radio at that one up there. So that was quite a while. As a matter of fact, I was RAC section manager. That's why I went to the Quispam Sis, was because I was RAC manager, and that's when I first started as RAC manager for RAC back in 2008. So it was either 2008, 2009, or something like that we went to that flea market up there in Quispam's sister, and I saw Denny, and a couple other ones I hadn't seen quite a while there. So it was actually a pretty good day there for sure. Anyways, very good, Oscar. Thanks very much for coming in there, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, we've completed one round of the Maritime provinces, and the time is 7:45. So let's open it up for stations outside the Maritimes. Anybody from outside the Maritimes, I'd like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. This is your time. Come on in, guys.
November 1, Echo Papa.
Hey, India Delta, Jim and Cornwall. VE1WIN.
Victor Oscar 1 Kilo Juliet Mike Portable VE9.
Okay, so far I have N1EP, VE3XID, VA3QV, VE1WIN, and VO1KJM. Anybody else from outside the Maritimes? Anybody from outside the Maritimes like to check in the net? Go ahead, please. Nothing heard. Let's start with N1EP. Very good evening, and welcome to the Maritime Fusion Net. The call sign here is VE1JBL. My name is Jim. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, very good, Jim. Well, I'm surprised I'm even getting into the net. I'm in Millbridge in Washington County, Maine, and I'm on my backup antenna, which isn't up very high at all. So just testing out a new Yaesu FTM 500. How's it sound? I know I must be maybe in and out. Back to net, N1EP.
N1EP, this is Victor Echo 1, Julia Bravo Lima. Well, I'm not sure why. Maybe it's all that haze in the air that's bringing the signals over. But you sound like you're sitting next door to me here, so absolutely no problem at all. Come on in.
Yeah, very good. Thanks for the signal report, that's for sure. And I just had the radio on scan and picked you up, so I just programmed in all the frequencies there yesterday. So very good. Thanks for getting me in there. I'll try to get in more often. Is it every Wednesday?
Yeah, very good. Yeah, it is. It is every Wednesday, and Wednesday night at 7 p.m. our time. Of course, that would be 6 o'clock your time there. But yeah, it runs for a little over an hour, and we'll take a couple standbys for stations outside the Maritimes. But we usually get a couple in there. So, but I think the name is Phil. I just brought you up on QRZ here. And Millbridge. Okay, Phil, you're going to have to let me know where Millbridge is as far as well, let's say on your coast, coast of Bangor. Where are we at there? Over.
Yeah, I'm about 80 minutes southwest of St. Stephen's, New Brunswick.
Okay, very good, very good. So is that on the coast, Phil?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We're just about an hour northeast of Bar Harbor, if you know where that is.
Yeah, Roger, Roger. Yeah, know where that is. So good stuff. Very good, Phil. Well, good to have you on board there, and welcome again to the Maritime Fusion Net there. And hopefully we'll hear you more often there. And great to have you on board there tonight. 7-3, and have yourself a great evening. Now let's go up to Cornwall. I think we're in Cornwall there. Jim, I haven't talked to you for a while. VE3XID, VE1JBL. Come on in.
VE1JBL, VE3XID, good evening, Jim, and all on that. Yeah, well, we don't always get to control the repeater here, so, but, yeah, I try and take my chances whenever I can here, so, but, anyway, yeah, I'm talking about that wonderful smoke we had back in May. According to firesmoke.ca, it's all coming from James Bay. There are two fires, one on the east and one on the west side of James Bay, and they're going in a clockwise direction around the top of northern Quebec, Labrador, and then back around to Newfoundland and through to Cape Breton and into mainland Nova Scotia. They're even getting as far as the Gulf of Maine coast in Maine. So, yeah. But it hasn't reached here, so I just hope it doesn't. Anyway, other than that, not much else going on. Still playing with the DMR and having very, very good luck with that. A lot of fellows over in your way are actually on DMR on the Florida Gulf Coast top group. So, yeah, like old home week there. Anyway, well, say 3 everyone, and thank you for doing the net, Jim. V1JBL V3XID out.
Yeah, okay, very good, Jim. Thanks for coming in there tonight there, and good on everything there. And yeah, it's been like I say, it's quite hazy there for sure. So it's quite a mess, but it is what it is. And it's the worst I've ever seen, though. I know last summer I took a couple pictures last summer of the haze that we got from some of the fires. But it was only in the evening that you really saw it as the sun was going down. That's the only time you really saw the sun like that. But this has just been right from sunrise this morning. It's been like that and right through to when it went down tonight. So that's the worst I've ever seen it there. So very good. Thanks, Jim, for coming in tonight from Cornwall there, and have yourself a great evening. Now let's go a little ways down the road to Kingston, Ontario, and see Bob, VA3QV, VE1JBL. VA3QB, VA3QB, VE1JBL. You there, Bob? Oh, maybe he had to get away from the radio there. So we'll call him at the end of the list. VE1WYN, Peter, you must still be down in Maine, are you? VE1WYN, VE1JBL.
No, Jim, we're back in Canada. We've been back almost 20-some days. Yeah. I'm back in Nova Scotia, back home right now. Heading back to the college probably either next week or the week after. I'm heading back up for a while. At least till November, so, or end of October. So I got to go back to work starting November 1st. So there you go. So just wanted to say, Jim, have a good night. VE1WIN is going to be clear.
Yeah, okay, very good, Peter. Good on everything there. Thanks very much, and glad you made home safe and sound there. So have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. VO1 KJM Portable, VE1 JBL Mountain. Very good evening.
VE1 JBL, VO1 KJM returning. Good evening to you, Jim, and everybody on the net this evening. No traffic from here in downtown Moncton. And yeah, it's interesting to see everybody make observation there on that haze from the wildfires that we've been having. It makes for an interesting spectacle indeed. Anyway, sir, good night and all the best. VO1 KJM.
Yeah, okay, very good, Kenny. Good on everything there, and good to have you on board there tonight there. And yeah, that's quite a spectacle up there for sure there. So have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Bob, are you back? VA3 QB, VE1 JBL. You back on frequency? Okay, nothing heard from Bob there, VA3QB, but I do see Francis in there. VA6FP, Wainwright, Alberta, VE1 JBL. Francis, come on in.
VE1 JBL for the Maritime Fusion Net from VA6FP in Wainwright, Alberta. Thanks. Sorry about clicking. Tried to get in there. Tried to get in there earlier when you had short time stations. I tried twice. Couldn't quite make it in. I was bicycle mobile at the time, so I headed for home, pedaled as fast as I could to get back. And we've been having some strange internet problems here. I've been getting the Maritime Fusion Net, and it's been dropping out and back and forth. And when it came time for out of province to check in, I tried checking in, lost the connection, had to reboot everything. Of course, that takes time, and we just got back here. Anyway, enough of my complaining. 20 degrees Celsius out here in Wainwright, mix of sun and cloud, nice fall day. And I heard Mike Casey, MCA, and anyway, the bottom line is that guy has got some luck, and you're right. I think I'm going to send Mike, I'm going to wire him some money to get some tickets on that 649 this evening, because that guy's got a golden horseshoe. I just can't believe it. He's lucky. Anyway, I'll have to get a hold of Mike sometime there and get him to buy me some lottery tickets. Yeah, I'll let even him pick the numbers, because I think he's that lucky. Anyway, we better get out of here, Jim, before I lose the connection. VE1 JBL for the Maritime Fusion Net from VA6FE in Wainwright, Alberta. 7-3 all around.
Yeah, okay, very good, Francis. Good and everything. Yes, and the internet. Well, I find the net here tonight slow. I've got the software up here, but it's very slow here at times here. So I could be missing some people here. And yeah, like Bob. Now I didn't hear Bob, but I seen him come up on the screen, so that's why I called him in there. But anyways, I've not been able to get a hold of him either. But anyways, yeah, little whatever's going on there. Anyways, good to hear you, Francis, and have yourself a great evening. And glad you finally got checked in there for sure. So 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, that's one round of the Maritimes and one round of outside the Maritimes. Oh, before we continue on, Phil, are you still there in N1EP, VE1JBL? Are you still there, Phil? Nope, Phil must have signed out there, so very good. One more call for Bob, VA3QV, VE1JBL. You on frequency there, Bob? Okay, nothing heard. Let's start round two. Round two of the Maritime Fusion Net. So we'll start with Prince Edward Island. Any other stations from Prince Edward Island like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net? This is your time. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo Alpha reach.
Victor Echo 1, Alpha India Charlie.
Okay, there was a recheck station in there. I didn't get the call sign. And Ron, VE1AIC, VE1JBL, and you came up, Ron, but you didn't even come up on the software here. But I got you in there. VE1AIC, VE1JBL. Come on in.
Yeah, good evening, Jim and all the net. Late getting in here. Also have a club net at 8 o'clock, so I'll have to switch frequencies here very quickly. I noticed a couple of strange-looking call signs showing up here. One with a 3 character with a new FT5, a new ham, I guess. Doesn't know the conventions, and another one with a name instead of the suffix. This is all. But anyway, hopefully people learn these things. It's not hard to learn by watching, for one thing, and doing a little research. 7-3, we won the icing.
VE1AIC, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, Ron. Yeah, and good on everything there. And thanks very much for coming in there tonight. 7-3 for now. There was another station in there. It didn't come up on the screen. I did hear a little bit of a call sign there, but the other station, I think it was a recheck. Go ahead.
I'm VA rechecking with you, Jim. Just got a quick message for VE9 PAL. Paul, don't know what you're talking on there tonight, but you just sounded fantastic, so don't touch the thing and keep using it, but you sounded fantastic there, Paul. I also got a message for that American station that said I think he was breaking in a new 500. That American station, I forgot the call sign, but to that American station was breaking in a new 500. If you find that you do not have any DTMF on that thing, you have to upgrade the firmware. Put the latest firmware in, and don't follow the manual because it don't work that way. Get a hold of me and I'll walk you through it. VE1JBL, VE9 Victor Echo Alpha. 7-3, Jim, thanks. Bye-bye.
Yeah, okay, very good, Vern. Thanks for the recheck there, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, we've done the second round of Prince Edward Island, so let's go to the second round of Nova Scotia. Second round of Nova Scotia for the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead, please.
For 1, Zulu Bravo. Victor Echo 1, November Romeo Lima. November Romeo Lima.
Okay, I got two stations that time. I got VE1 Zulu Bravo and VE1 NRL. Any other stations from Nova Scotia? Second round for Nova Scotia stations. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, Charlie Alpha.
Hey, Rob, I got you in there also, so let's go to the top of the list. Mike, very good evening. VE1 Zulu Bravo, VE1J.
VE1, JBL, VE1 Zulu Bravo. Good evening, Jim. Good evening to all. And hello to Robert here coming up, my neighbor. I don't know what to report because I just made a road trip down to pick up some lottery tickets. Hi. So yeah, $68 million on 649. So I hope somebody wins it. Nothing further from here. VE1 Zulu Bravo.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mike. Good and everything, and the lotto tickets. Well, apparently somebody's got to win it tonight because they said it was a guaranteed winner tonight. So hopefully somebody that really needs it. That's for sure. So very good. Thanks, Mike, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go down and see Norman down in Richfield. VE1 NRL, VE1 JBL. Come on in.
Good evening, Jim. VE1 JBL, VE1 November Romeo Lima. Yeah, very good evening to everybody on frequency tonight, and very happy to be here. Thanks for calling me in. I guess I should have bought a lottery ticket. I'm hearing some chatter on the lotto tonight, so I guess I won't be winning that one. I guess you got to play to win. So it'd be interesting though to see where that ends up. It's a guaranteed winner, so yeah. Anyway, not much to report really. Just one for the books, I guess. Thanks for calling me and thanks for doing the net. You're doing a good job. VE1 JBL, VE1 NRL, 7-3.
Yeah, okay, very good, Norman. Good and everything there. Thanks very much for taking part there tonight there, for sure. Good to have you on board there through the Yarmouth repeater there. So 7-3, and we'll talk to you again. And Robert, VE1CA, VE1JBL, are you noticing any slowing of the internet or anything tonight, Robert? I find some of the links here seem to be very slow coming up here, over.
VE1 JBL, VE1 CA. Good evening to you, Jim, and heard Mike in there, and all the rest on frequency. Well, I haven't been paying that close of attention tonight. I'm just working on a late supper this evening, so I haven't noticed, Jim. I did notice that the live stream was about 5 seconds behind, but that can happen. But yeah, I don't know. Probably some internet troubles out there. And hearing about that jackpot there, I didn't even know it was that high, and I had a free ticket, so let's see if I can turn that into 68 million. That would be great. Even a portion of that I could live with there. Hi. Anyway, hope everybody has a great evening, and 7-3. V1 JBL, VE1 CA.
Yeah, okay, very good, Robert. Good on everything there, and yeah, good on the tickets. Well, if you won that, Robert, you'd be able to get yourself a brand new home someplace, and you'd be able to get that tower up there, and in the air, and on the air, and you wouldn't have to work anymore. You'd just be 24 hours on the air there. So yeah, keep your fingers crossed there for sure. 7-3. Have yourself a great evening. Okay, that was the second round of Nova Scotia, so let's go to the second round of New Brunswick. Second round for the province of New Brunswick for the Maritime Fusion Net. This is your time, guys. Come
on. Victor Echo 1, Juliet Papa Romeo.
Victor Echo 9, Sierra Romeo Charlie.
Okay, I got two stations so far. I got VE1 JPR and VE9 SRC. Anybody else from the province of New Brunswick? Go ahead. Okay, top of the list, VE1 JPR, VE1 JBL. Pat, how are you tonight?
V1JBL and V1JPR back to you. Doing great, sir. Just the first part of the net, that old lazy boy just kept calling me, and, well, it wasn't long before I was in Cloud 9, so one of those days where you just kind of shut the eyes there for a little while. So I turned it on, and it just happened to catch the tail end of or not why, but hearing about MTV with his Lucky Horseshoe. So I'll have to get filled in on that one sometime. But good to hear that we're going to have a big prize, maybe here in the Maritimes. Who knows? I went out and bought a couple of tickets here online, so we'll increase my chances. Better than none. So, all right. Well, other than that, it's we were supposed to get sun today, but I guess we got lots of smoke instead. But oh well, maybe those fires will go out eventually. We hope so. 7-3 to all. Everybody stay safe. PE1JPR.
Yeah, okay, very good, Pat. Good on everything there. Well, yeah, MCA there. Each year we have radios. We have fusion radios that we give away at the Smart Symposium there in Spring Hill. And 2 years ago, Mike won the radio. This year, Mike won the radio. And now this year at the Moncton Flea Market, Mike won the power supply. So how about that?
Well, they say luck comes in threes, so I think his luck has run out high. Well, good for him. Good to see people participating and winning from it. That's nice to hear. V1J here.
Yeah, okay, very good, Pat. Good on everything there. Thanks very much for coming in there tonight. Now, VE9SRC, I think this is the first time I've spoken to you. And it may be the first time on the Fusion, so welcome to the Maritime Fusion Net. And I looked online, and the name is Stuart. So VE9SRC in Moncton, VE1JBL. Come on.
Yeah, good evening, VE1JBL, V9SRC. Getting in a habit of saying VE9 versus VE6, former VE6SRC. Been here in Moncton for about a year, but just getting back on the air after, about 20-year hiatus from being on the air. Retired from my business and said, I'll pick up the radio again and get back on it. So yeah, we're here in Moncton, just getting back, and tell you, a lot of technology has changed in 20 years of being kind of sitting in the back burner there, not doing it very much in the radio spectrum anyways. Yeah, the name is Stuart, and we're here in Moncton. Back to net control, VE9SRC.
Yeah, okay, very good, Stuart. Well, good to have you on board there tonight. And again, welcome to the Maritime Fusion Net, and welcome back to Ham Radio there. And by the way, there's a very active club in Moncton, so you may want to check them out. And if you're not a member there, that you may want to check them out there. They're very active there, so and a great group of guys there also. So you may want to check them out there for sure there. So good to have you on board there tonight. Anything else for the net there, Stuart? Go ahead.
No, yeah, and I've already been down to coffee this morning at Kenny and a few of the other Paul and a few of the guys there this morning, so already getting myself immersed into the culture of ham radio here in Moncton. And also special shout out to the check-in from Wainwright, Alberta. Spent many days in a former career there, so know that place very, very well. And being a former VE6, lived there for about 20 years. All right, back to that control, VE9 SRC from Moncton.
Yeah, okay, very good, Stuart. Good on everything there. And yeah, Francis is actually from New Brunswick. He was up in the, I think up in the Bathurst area, more the northern part of New Brunswick is where actually Francis is from. But he's retired now, and his children were living in Wainwright. So they decided to pack up and move to Wainwright. So that's why he's out there now. But he is a Maritimer now out there in Wainwright there, and he checks into the net there every week there. So if you want there, maybe after the net there sometime, give Francis a call there, and you guys can chat it up there for sure. So good and everything. Thanks, Stuart, for coming on board there tonight. Hopefully we'll hear you more often on the net there, here every Wednesday night. 7 p.m. Atlantic time, so you're always welcome, that's for sure. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, that's the second round of the Maritimes here. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to open it up for anybody, anywheres that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net, inside or outside the Maritimes. Anybody for the Maritime Fusion Net before we close? Go ahead, please.
Victor Alpha 3, Queen Victoria.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Charlie Sierra.
Echo Niner, Charlie Sierra Romeo.
Okay, got 3 stations that time. I got Bob. I got you in there this time, and I have VE1JCS and VE9CSR. So Bob, come on in. I called you a couple of times there, but there must have been a break in the action there. VE3QV from Kingston, Ontario, VE1JBL.
Okay, VE1JBL in the net, VA3QV. Yeah, sorry about that, Jim. We had an internet blip here, and had to go around resetting everything. So now that everything is resetted, we're back good to go. But just anyway, sorry I missed part of it. It's always interesting to hear. On my end of things, not much happening. I'm working on a portable APRS setup that'll work with a tablet, so I can use it for photo work, where I can do logging on the same tablet that I do the spotting on and stuff like that. But unfortunately, I've got the equipment, but it's really, really hard to get a decent APRS app for an Apple phone, for an iPhone. Seems to have lots of them for Android, but very few for iPhones, and the ones that are available for iPhones so far that I've tried are not worth as much as I paid for them, and they were a free app. Really bad. Anyway, Jim, I'll let you go for now. Carry on. You got a good, from the sounds that you got a good bunch on board, and had a good bunch on board, and they're still coming in. So, anyway, 7-3 from Kingston, and we will look for you later. VE1JBL on the net. This is PA3QV.
Yeah, okay, very good, Bob, and everything, and hopefully you'll find something there to help you out there for sure there, and let us know there next week how'd you make out there. So good on everything, any e-press there. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. James, VE1JCS, haven't heard you for a while down in Antigonish. VE1JBL, come on in.
VE1JBL, VE1JCS, and Antigonish. Good evening to yourself and everyone on net. Pleasure to check in. I tend to forget all the time when the net is on, or I end up busy doing something else. But I was in the shack and saw the time, so I figured I'd check and see if everyone was still around. But yeah, good evening to all, and have yourself a great net. And 7-3, pleasure to be able to check in and be a part of the net this evening. Back to net control.
VE1JCS, VE1JBL. Okay, very good, James. Well, thanks very much for coming in, and thanks very much for taking part in it there tonight there. Yes, we don't hear you too often there, so good to have you on board there tonight. Thanks very much, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. And Chris, back to Moncton, VE9CSR, VE1JBL. Chris, no, you're up in Oromocto. I got to look at my cheat notes here. VE9CSR, VE1JBL. Come on, Chris.
Thanks, Net. This is VE9CSR. Just wanted to do a quick check-in, just to say hi and participate in the night's activities, and that's all for me for now. I'm just going to say 7-3 and VE9CSR.
Yeah, okay, very good, Chris. Good to have you on board there tonight. The FT5 is working very well. The audio sounds great on it there. So thanks very much for taking part in the net there tonight, and 7-3 for now. Okay, again, we're looking for anybody, anywhere, inside or outside the Maritimes before we close. This is the Maritime Fusion Net. Anybody from anywhere, go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, Delta Echo Sierra.
Echo 1, Victor Echo 1, Zulu X-ray, V1 ZX.
Okay, we got two more fine stations there. Don, come on in. VE1 DES down in Yarmouth. VE1 JBL, go ahead.
V1 JBL, V1 DES, thanks for calling me in. About the 5th time trying, I have an inside antenna, it's not quite doing the job, and only 5 watts. So you gotta put something up higher, or crank something up more juice. Anyway, thanks for checking me in. Man, it's been a beautiful string of weather. And some more coming. Been sitting outside a good part of it. Soaking up the sun, because I know there's a month coming when it won't be so nice. Now, you're Brandon there, say hello to him as well. V1 JBL, V1 DES. Have a good evening.
VE1 DS, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Don. Good at everything there. And it sounds like you didn't get the haze today. No haze down in your area there today, over?
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. But it's kind of high level. But not really bothering anything yet.
Yeah, okay, very good, Don. Okay, good and everything. Thanks very much for coming in there tonight there. And yes, the signal's been up and down, and I think the internet's having a hard time here too. Signals are coming in, and I'm getting stuff. I'm not getting stuff here, so it's just one of those evenings. Very good. Thanks, Don. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go into Two Islands and see Brad. VE1 Zulu X-ray. VE1 JBL. Come on in.
V1 JBL, V1 Zulu X-ray. Very good evening, Jim. Very good evening to everybody on there. Good evening to Donnie there, down in the South Shore. Yeah, I think it's slowing Sterling down there too, Jim. My signal seems to be a lot of lag time in it here, so it might be interfered in Elon Musk's satellites there. I was up your way today, did a bit of shopping there, and got around the detours. We got detours around the detours here, Jim, in Tyersville here. We got to go up over Canaan Mountain now to get around the lake there. They got a bridge out there, and then they got a bridge out towards Moose River. So even the locals are getting lost in Tyersville here, Jim. Thanks, Jim, and probably lunch at the function that happened on Saturday. 7-3, have a good evening. Say hi to Wendy there. We won JBL, we won Zulu spread, and 2 out of Tyersville.
VE1 ZX, VE1 JBL. Okay, very good, Brad. Good and everything, and all the detours. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not down that way here, because it sounds like I would get lost there for sure. So good stuff. Okay, very good, Brad. Yeah, and I'll put an announcement out there Friday evening about the our get together Saturday at Brittany's there for sure. There. Okay, have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, it is 20 minutes past 8. So any other late check-ins? Any other late check-ins for the net before we close? Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 9, Juliet, Charlie Tango.
And Jean-Claude in Shediac, VE9 JCT, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
Yeah, very good evening to you, Jim. Good evening to all on net. Yeah, I just got in the shack about maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. I tried 3 times, but that's the way fusion goes. No, whoever is in, and that's it. Yeah. Oh, had a busy day. So wasn't much on radios lately. But anyway, yeah, I came down in the shack late tonight, but I put the radio on scan, so yeah, I'm glad I'm able to add my name to your list there. So anyway, like I said, 7-3 around, all around, and I'll turn it back to you, Jim. Victor Echo 9, Juliet, Charlie, Tango, and I'm in Shediac, New Brunswick.
Yeah, okay, very good, Jean-Claude. Good to have you on board there tonight. Glad you made it in there in time there, so good stuff. Have yourself a great evening, 7-3 for now. Okay, this is going to be the last call. We're going to make this the last call for the Maritime Fusion Net for Wednesday, September 27th. The last call for the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead, please. And with that silence, we're going to close the net. We had 39 check-ins tonight there, so that's a good turnout door. I want to thank all the amateurs for checking in tonight. We also want to thank the owners of the repeaters and the nodes who checked in tonight to help us expand the area for the local ham to check in. For more information about the Maritime Fusion Net, go to the Moncton Area ARC website at www.Mike Alpha Romeo Charlie at CA. That's MAARC at CA, and click on Club Activities/Nets. Now that the net is concluded, the CQ Maritimes room is now open for general use. This is Victor Echo 1 Juliet Bravo Lima, VE1JBL, Jim out from Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia, signing off. Good night, all.
VE1JBL, VE1JBL, VE1OL.